So a thought came to mind. A lot of people often say you want to remove dying or decaying leaves. Hell, I've even said it myself. But upon more research upon myself that I've done with other types of plants, I don't know if you should actually do that. So what's going on, H2O Army? Justin from H2O Plants on Instagram. I'm back with another video. And today I want to answer that question that I proposed. Should you remove the leaves of plants when they are dying, turning brown, melting, whatever the case is? Now, I've done a video on this saying that you should remove these leaves and how to deal with melting plants, and I still stick by that somewhat. But here's the other side of this coin. I've been doing a lot of plant research, both in aquarium plants, outdoor plants, grass, indoor plants, and I've come to one kind of realization that all plant matter has the nutrients that other plant matter needs to grow. So when it comes to mowing your lawn, and we're just going to bring this up for a quick minute, but when you mow your lawn, right, and all your grass trimmings get pushed out of your mower, or maybe you have a mulching mower and they're mowed up, and the blade kind of mulches them up into tiny pieces, those pieces of grass then fall back down to the dirt, and they become nutrients for new grass to grow or the existing grass to use as a nitrogen source and other nutrients, because those grass blades, every single grass blade has sucked up the nutrients from the ground that it's growing in to produce that leaf, and now the leaf is being chopped up, decomposed, and being put down back into your soil. So it's essentially putting back what was taken out, and the process repeats and repeats and repeats. So in that manner, each aquarium leaf that melts, say like some of these that are on this sword, when they start to melt, all that decaying matter is actually adding nutrients back into your water column for other plants to use. Now, to me, that's a very good thing, right? Because, hey, you can eliminate having to dose as much, you don't have to use as much fertilizer, and you can allow your plants to be more natural. Let the leaf decay, leave it be, let it rest on the substrate, let the natural beneficial bacteria and microorganisms break down the leaf over time into usable nutrients by other plants. But here's the one problem with that. Your fish. So with fish, nitrogen, or nitrates as we essentially measure them in, are not toxic to fish in small amounts. When they get to an extreme amount, then they become more toxic to fish. So if you have a well-balanced aquarium and maybe really hardy fish that can tolerate higher nitrates, so these wouldn't be fish like discus or angelfish or sensitive fish, I wouldn't recommend that with this. But if you have hardy, say, tetras or rasboras or anything that's hardy, that can withstand, swings of nitrates, I would think that you should leave the leaves in your aquarium. I don't think you should remove them. I don't think you should gravel back them. I think you should leave them be and let them do their thing. They will not only allow microorganisms to flourish because they will have food to eat, all that decaying matter is just absolute food for all of them, but it will also allow those to be broken down over time and reutilized by your existing plants, which means less fertilizer for you to have to use. Now, is the fertilizer amount that you're getting out of the plants decaying really going to matter? Probably not. It's not going to give you that much of a boost. It's not going to replace adding fertilizer into your aquarium, but it may help a little bit, right? And if we could reuse some of the growth rather than just throwing it out, I would think we should just leave it. Now, there is one other case on where I would recommend that you do remove it, and let's touch on that. So this tank isn't scheduled to be cleaned until tomorrow, so it's a perfect example of what I want to show you. Now, if you have an abundance of material on your substrate, and I mean an absolute abundance, if you just have pools of dark plant matter pooling there, that may not be optimal, may not look nice, it may not be healthy for the aquarium in the long run. But if you only have a little bit, you could leave it. But right here, you could see, as I break all this up, you could see all this flying out to the side. There's a lot down here, right? There's a lot of dying debris that I just broke up there. Now, those are old roots from plants that were transitioning, whatever the case is, but all that gunk that you see flying around the aquarium, that's all available nutrients or potential available nutrients to the plants in time. So it really comes down to, one, what fish do you have? Two, does the look matter to you if your aquarium is clean? If you see a little detritus there, And three, really what you want to be doing. Do you want to have to be dosing nutrients all the time, or do you want to just allow your plants to kind of do their natural thing, let old leaves die out, mineralize the substrate as they decay, and not have to fertilize maybe as much as you normally do. So with that said, by the leaves staying in the water, adding nutrients back to your water column, what do you think you're going to do? Are you going to leave them maybe a little more than you would? Are you going to remove them still? Keep in mind, of course, maybe trim them off the plant so that way they don't lead to disease or any issues with that particular plant, but I don't see a reason why you couldn't leave it in the water column, or maybe even stick it in your filter. Like if you have a hang on back filter, put it in your hang on back filter or something, and leave it there to decompose naturally. Let me know in the comments below, maybe this changed your idea of how you want to treat detritus or decaying plant matter, and always drop a like if it helped you out or if you learned something new, and I will see you guys on the next one.